Nation of Fitin10, it is day 47. Officially 23 days to go, if you can believe that. Scans are happening this week, the end of the week. Hopefully you've booked. Still a couple of you have not. So just a reminder, www.calendly.com/trainonmain. Also send in your feedback to me. Check your macro email. Click on that link in there, that first link that you see. I think it's the only link in that email. And send in your feedback, please. All right, something I want to say about running versus cycling, better for fat burning. The one thing you may want to consider here is with running, because you are carrying yourself, it's going to be easier to get your heart rate up, okay, as opposed to cycling, where cycling, you've got to pedal against resistance. So you've got to set that resistance and you got to pedal against it. With running, you've got to carry yourself. So this is going to be an easier way to get your heart rate up over cycling. Now, obviously cycling, obvious things like it's easier on your knees than certainly running is. Easier on your knees and your hips and ankles for that matter. So there's, pros and cons here, but in terms of, we're talking about fat burning and intensity, in terms of getting your heart rate up, running is going to be easier to do in this regard, okay? All right. This person says, this is under name something specific you can improve upon for the following week. Get 8 hours of sleep every night. Get over 7K steps a day. Okay? Certainly two things you can be accountable to. Well, sleep might be a bit hard, but... By the way, I don't have it here with me. The Cinermag. The Cinermag, it's a magnesium supplement. It's not terribly expensive. If you're a bigger person, you take 2 before going to bed. If you're a smaller person, 1. I think there's 90 or 120 caps in a bottle. Anyways, take that before bed and you will have much deeper REM sleep. I can't say I can guarantee you. Pretty much everybody that's taken it has noticed a huge difference. Okay, maybe this isn't fair for me to say, but I'll say it anyways. If you're in tune with your body, you should notice a difference. You should notice a difference, okay? Unless you've got terrible sleeping problems, you may not. But I would give it a shot. Again, it's called Cinermag. It's a product that I carry by ATP Lab. Okay, name something specific you need help with. And I'll give you some if you want to try it, by the way. I didn't hit my fat loss goal during the check-in. Is there any way to catch up so I can hit my end goal on time? All right, so there's a few things here that I want to say to this person. Obviously, you've seen the adjustments that I've made to you, and it's a little bit different than other people. We had obviously a little bit more conversation about this. Of course, I can only what I'm giving you and telling you to do, I can only assume that you're doing, and I'm not obviously saying that you're not doing it. And I'm speaking to everybody here, not just this person. What I mean by this is that sometimes there's a misunderstanding, or sometimes what you think you're entering, and you think you're doing everything right, and then you're not, right? So, we want to. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing all of that, then yes, you should see that change. Okay, again, it's that consistency of doing everything right. Okay, so let me give you an example of something that maybe there's something you think you're doing right and you're not. So I don't know. Let's say that you're entering your food into MyFitnessPal, and this is just one example, of course. You're entering your food into MyFitnessPal, and you see an entry, and it looks good, and you utilize it, and the entry's got the right amount. You put it in, but maybe that entry doesn't have the macros listed. This happens every once in a while with entries. So you put it in, your calories are input, but the macros don't change in your total macro count. And maybe you do this a couple times or something. There's so many, there are these little things that can happen. Sometimes there's just measurement discrepancies, this type of thing, okay? But in a nutshell, yes, if you follow everything, you should meet that goal, okay? Or exceed it, possibly. This person writes, this is for improving something for the following week. Drinking more water and eating and and not eating after 9 p.m. Drinking more water. All right, so maybe you want to give yourself a quota to meet every day. Maybe like for this person, I would say perhaps 3 liters. That would be probably reasonable for you. If you're not already hitting that, if you're hitting that, kudos to you. Of course, not eating after 9 p.m. Sure, that's something you can be accountable to, obviously. Name something specific you need help with. At this point, I'm not sure. Okay. Is there anything you'd like me to cover in this week's video series? Guar gum ice cream. All right. Well, this is obviously going back some time ago. And I spoken to this person, and this video has been posted. It's an old video that I did maybe 2 years ago. An old Instagram video, but I posted it in Slack. So if you haven't seen it and you want to see it, it's there. It should be under, I'm not sure what channel I put it under. Anyways, if you want to see it and you can't find it, let me know. Additional comments, questions, not much. Pre-stand this week. Name something specific you can improve on for the following week. I would like to walk more, at least 30 minutes twice a week. Sure. Okay, you can. That's something you can be accountable to. Steps are a great thing to do, though, because steps can, so long as you're carrying your watch, so long as you have a watch or you're carrying your phone with you or whatnot, you got something that's tracking your steps. This is this can account for things you're just doing around the house or whatever, some shopping that you're doing that you may not account for in terms of, time that you're spending walking. Sleep at least 1 additional hour. During this challenge, I find my body needs more rest. Okay, so obviously trying to get to bed earlier, I would think. That's always the easier way to do it. I don't know about you, but typically I find that people, including myself, if there's one time where I might waste time, it's at night. One other thing, complete this form earlier, not at the end of the following week. Yes. How about at the end of the week that you're supposed to do it? Name something specific you need help with. Any dairy/soy free protein bars you recommend. I typically eat RX bars or love good fats. Okay, I haven't given you any ISO bars yet. Okay, come get some ISO bars from me. These are dairy and soy free. I highly recommend them. Also, okay, I'm sure you're probably going to be okay with this. It does have, there is some whey isolate in it, and that is dairy derived, but there's no lactose in it. So, anyways, let me know if that's an issue for you. I don't think you're vegan, so I don't know if that's going to be of any issue to you, or maybe you don't do well with whey. I'm not sure. Okay, moving right along here. This person writes, this is under name something specific you can improve upon. Oh, I'm already at 8:30. Okay, let's go to the message of the day. Let's go to the message of the day. I feel like I didn't really answer anything today. All right, give me 1 sec here. My computer crashed. Yeah. Mark, you've always got excuses. All right, message of the day on this day 47. Those who remain focused win. I don't really like that, actually. Those who remain focused succeed. And succeed may take time. Success, but you know what? How about this? Those who remain focused continue to progress. I think that's better. I like that one better. I'm maybe gonna just switch this one up. Those who remain focused continue to progress. Now, when we say progress, remember everything, or most things, are a process. Progression doesn't mean continuous at every second, right? Progression means that over time we are making progression. That doesn't mean we slip and fall. That doesn't mean that we don't slip and fall. It doesn't mean that we will not encounter obstacles, etc. It doesn't mean we will not have these moments in time where we feel like failures. But ultimately, what we want to try to do is to stay focused, keep moving forward, and not let anything take us away from our path towards our goal, right? Those who remain focused win. That's the original quote. But those who remain focused, more appropriately, those who remain focused continue to progress. Continue to progress. Continue to progress. Okay? It's not about being perfect over time, but it's about trying to, you're going along that path and you kind of do this, right? This is just normal. But the key is that you keep doing this and you try to straighten out each time rather than doing something like this and going back down that way and not turning around, right? That would be like quitting. Okay, positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, for the love of God, give some gratitude, and I'll talk to y'all very soon. See you guys.